See any. If you look through your table, most of the lights are off. Somebody would be here. I think it was Lamb's the main one. Looks like it's a month. I guess we don't know what kind of schedule he was on. I think a day shift, but maybe not. I think so. Hello, is anybody in there? Sounds like maybe the man door. Yeah. There we go. There's a puppy. Here we don't go. What's that? Maybe here we don't go. Well, I know, puppy, I know. I'm sorry. Somebody's coming. Sorry, guys. No worries. My name is Dean Telecsan. I'm with the Clark County Sheriff's Office. Okay. This is my partner, Lauren Zapata.
Okay, yeah.
Do you have a few minutes to chat with us?
Yeah, for sure. Come on in.
Oh, thank you. How's it going?
Good.
Hi, puppy. What's your name?
That's Sadie.
Sadie?
Yeah. Come on in, please have a seat.
Thank you. And just so you know, my fancy new doohickey, the Bodycam's rolling. So
okay, no worries.
Audio and video.
I'm sorry, I thought you guys were like being repaired or whatever. I have no idea.
Not the first time we've been mistaken for that, and it won't be the last. So, it's nice to meet you. I'm sorry it's under these circumstances. We've been asked by the medical examiner to just come out, follow up with you, routine interview, and make sure that we're not missing anything.
Sure.
Our understanding is Marcy was in her 40s or late 40s. So obviously, younger, kind of unexpected death at this point. So just wanted to come out and chat with you, hopefully get a little more background information on Marcy, if that's okay.
That'd be just fine.
And do you go by Kevin or?
I do, Kevin.
Kevin? Okay. It's our understanding you and Marcy were together a long time.
22 years.
Oh, okay. So that's about half your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long time to spend with somebody.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys meet, or do you mind talking? Eugene.
Yeah.
Okay.
I worked for Eugene Fire and did transport. She worked on the 6th floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and oncology, and I was doing transfers to the cancer center, and and that's how we met.
Gotcha.
Coffee,
And the rest was history.
The rest is history.
And then I guess how soon, or are you able to talk to me about like when you got together, and then from there?
So we lived in an apartment in Eugene, and then I got hired in Camas as a firefighter.
Okay.
And she moved up when I got done with the Vancouver Fire Academy. Mm-hmm. We had an apartment on 164th.
Okay.
Yeah. Bought our house on 3 in Washington, just across the river.
Okay.
And lived there for like 15 years, and then got our house. Mm-hmm. And
Is this a newer subdivision?
05.
05. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then did either of you guys have any previous marriages or any children before?
I had a previous marriage, but it was less than a year.
Okay.
I got married in 97, and it was basically old. There was nothing there. I mean,
Okay.
It wasn't old. It was just court papers, and we signed, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
99, and then when did you and Marcy get married?
2002.
Okay.
May 24th.
Gotcha. And then are you able to talk to us about like your relationship more recently, like just in general?
So our relationship for, the better part of our lives together has just been busy, crossing paths. I worked a lot, like overtime to cover my daughter's dance, and she was that incredible mom taking care of all the dance things, school, everything, and we were married for 22 years, and like any marriage, we had our bumps. In 2015, we had a bump, but that was when we had our old house.
Okay.
And I was trying to, we basically, it's like, what is it? It comes down to like money or finances or whatever. But at that time, I just wanted her to save and do some things. And so we went to the beach and we kind of reconnected.
Okay.
And I stayed at a big conference house, the guy I work with, just for like maybe 20 days or something like that. I had my trailer up there.
Gotcha.
But we finally got to the point where like our daughter's at UW, and we're able to like rediscover what we have and kind of go that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Ted is still living here for now, or is he moving out?
He lives here one every 3 days. In fact, he just texted me. He's started his internship with Fire District 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is he excited?
Super excited. Just got his EMT, and he's doing that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is he full time then, or how does that work? I'm not as familiar with like the fire side of it.
Yeah, no. So he is a resident at Station 34.
Okay.
And so then he lives there part time. He has to work like 200 hours a month or something like that.
Okay.
And then he does every C shift. He goes to Station 31 in Hawkinson and does his shift like he is right now, his 24-hour shift.
Oh, okay.
And then he goes and he comes here for one night and then back to 34 because it's closer to the station. He doesn't have to get up quite early, and then he gets down there.
Gotcha.
So
saving minutes.
So I'm prepping him meals because he can't cook, and just trying to like help him like be productive, be there early, wash the rigs, do all that stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That first year, I can imagine, is challenging as a rookie. So
Yeah.
anything to help.
But he's just an intern for a year, and it's just an incredible opportunity.
What happens after the year?
Yeah.
What's that? Does he look at getting hired after the year?
Yeah, I mean, he could test right now and try and get a job, but I've always been just like, don't, like you guys know, I mean, like you get into a career, it's like you've done a certain amount of prep, and I wanted him to have a year of solid experience.
Yeah.
It's like, don't just go get hired and then maybe not make probation or whatever, have that kind of hanging over you, so I just try to support him that way, try and like.
It's like, you've walked that path, like, you're giving him good advice.
Yeah, I mean, April 9th, I have 23 years. So,
Wow.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
How long before you retire? Or you closing in? Or?
You know, I could probably. I was planning on going to 62. Like I wanted to get 35 years, and they just did that left two thing where you get that extra 5%.
Yeah.
Whatever, so that gave me 40 years of credit.
Okay.
But I'm a battalion chief, so I just thought my body can hold up. Maybe I can do it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And then more recently, with the days leading up to Marcy's passing, are you able to talk to us about, was it normal days? Are you able to go through kind of?
Yeah, I tell you, like right at the very last day, we had a really great. Like I went and I told her I was going down to. We watched movies all day.
Okay.
I went down to Ichi and they were closed. And then I texted her and said, "Hey, I'm going to go get you noodles." So I went to the Chinese garden, watched noodle,
Okay.
or whatever it's called, and we had dinner. We had a good night.
Did you guys go out to eat then?
No, I brought it home to her.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's right. Sorry, you said watching movies.
Yeah.
What'd you guys watch?
What did we watch? We watched like 3 movies, but
Marathon.
yeah, I can't tell you. Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah,
It's been a busy month.
it's been the worst 2 weeks.
I can only imagine.
I just got my daughter back to Seattle yesterday. Got her
Okay.
feet.
How are the kids doing with everything?
They're very strong. They're it's hard to hear when they say, "I want my mom." It gets me when they say, "How are you doing, Dad?" They're checking on me. They want me to text them whenever I'm going somewhere, when I'm landing, and my daughter's like, "Dad, I'm just afraid of you dying now," And Ted was talking to me about going back to a shift, and I was just like, "Hey, take your time. When you're ready, we'll do it." We decided on today. Bought him a pizza, so we got some food, kind of to the station at 34, and then at 31, he's like, bought some Ziploc bags and for sandwiches, and I was just like, "Hey, how you feeling?" And he's like, "Well, I just feel kind of numb," and I'm like, "It's okay." We've got a name of a counselor for the 3 of us that will out of Longview, that's hopefully going to do some Zoom meetings, and the peer support at 3 has been amazing. Campus Fire has been beyond amazing. Extended family, friends surrounding my kids. I was able to feed them all. Kept up with all the text messages and wanted people to know how much I appreciated them. Let me know when you're here so I can just say thank you. And I haven't even gone to the station, haven't looked at the schedule, haven't done anything. I just said, February 10th, I'm gonna probably go back, but I want to make sure that they're landed in there. They're able to continue. Like, this is just the start. I just want to make sure that they can continue, and I can always leave work, if I had to, but it's like, make sure they're rolling forward.
That makes perfect sense, and it's like you said, when it's time, it's time. No need to rush back into it, and it's good to hear that fire and law enforcement are pretty similar in that vein of like brotherhood and
first, take care of each other.
So I'm glad to hear that they've been receptive and helpful. That's incredibly supportive.
They covered the funeral home costs. Mother-in-law came up and it's like things you don't expect. You're like, I don't need to go on if you.
No.
But I just, the urn, it's like, there's dimensions, and it's like, well, the cemetery's in Eugene where we're going to go with, and she wanted to be with her dad.
Okay.
Or her mom. Her mom thought that maybe she has a closer tie to Eugene, and her dad's there, and so, what are the rules at the cemetery if the dimensions correct and all those things? She's handling a lot of that for me.
Okay. It's good to have help.
Yeah.
It's always like a unthinkable amount of questions that need answered and stuff that has to happen when, especially an unexpected loss.
Yes.
So that's super understandable.
Yeah.
The days, a couple days before she passed that weekend, what'd you guys do? Were you here? Was she working? Anything like that?
I worked the January 1st because we just switched to a new shift, and then I had to work a debit day on the 2nd.
Okay.
And then I was on my first string of 4 days off on the new schedule. And I had no idea what we were doing on those 2 days. I just know that the day that, I worked the 1st, the 2nd, I had 1 day off. 3rd, I went back for the 4th, and then I was on my 4-day stretch off. I just remember we had a good last day, and that's what I remember.
Sure. Does Marcy normally have weekends off, or?
She worked relief at the hospital, so she could pick up shifts. She wasn't part-time, so we didn't have to have daycare, and so if I had overtime, she would pick up shifts, and then if I didn't work, then I was used to working as much as I could to cover.
Yeah.
When there were times available, I just was always saying yes, always doing it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Same with law enforcement, and I know we're working overtime, and I'm sure the fire service is the same way with staffing, and it's busier than we have the numbers for. So,
Right.
Anything as far as like health issues or sickness that Marcy was experiencing?
She complained of, say back like October, November, talked about chest pains.
Okay.
Of course, didn't want to call the fire department. I signed her up for LifeScan.
What's
LifeScan is something the union puts on the fire department.
Okay.
So we have union members through Northwest Firefighters Trust. It's 100% covered, and they do ultrasound, they do everything, like all the cancer checks, and then treadmill tests and everything.
Okay.
It was this year, or in 2023, they opened it up to spouses and retirees and everything. So I signed her up, and so she got in there and did everything. I've not seen the report. All I know is when she came back, she said that she had PVCs when she got off the treadmill, but it wasn't like something where they said you should go see a cardiologist. We've had plenty of guys at work that have gone in and have discovered ablation procedures or bridging of their heart, and one guy, Paul Van, retired from it.
Okay.
So it's been a lifesaver. But that was like the most comprehensive check. She would go to the dentist. I'm not sure that she would go for a physical, so this was just an opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask what PVC is?
Oh, premature ventricular contraction.
Oh, okay.
So it's generally not threatening, right? But during the cool down period had some, but that's all she told me. I never looked at the report. It's available through LifeScan.
Okay.
So you could find it, but she would have told me if there was something concerning and needed to see a cardiologist.
Sure.
But I think it was, we used to treat them if they were like more than 4 to 6 a minute. We treat them with lidocaine, and that's completely gone away. We don't treat PVCs anymore.
Okay. It's like go to your general doctor or a
If they're
cardiologist?
symptomatic along with it, they have like crushing chest pain, and they're sweating, and they're nauseous, and all those things, but she's never had that. She's never
Okay.
had any of those things.
And when did you say like November-ish she was having that,
It
or?
was like off and on, October, November, maybe a couple times in December, but it was like, I want to say around the 6th of December or the 7th when she did the live scan,
Okay.
something like that. But it was just that night she had the headache, came down from bed, had a headache, and then took the ibuprofen, or so I thought. She said it. I didn't watch her take the ibuprofen. I just remember that she was vomiting, so I went upstairs to check on her, and that's always a concern, right? It's like you're almost a little more paranoid as a paramedic. I'm not a paramedic anymore. I dropped it when I got a PC, but she didn't have an unstable gait, right? She wasn't dizzy. She didn't have visual changes. Kind of check those things out. Got a rubber sack ready in case she was going to throw up again. Went to bed and then
Okay.
had a seizure,
Did she often have headaches? Or?
She didn't have migraines. She didn't have headaches.
Okay.
She didn't have. She get a sinus infection, or what anyone else would get to go to a clinic to get some antibiotics, maybe. She had the COVID shot, the follow up.
Recently, or when was that?
No, it was in the initial phases of
Okay.
everything. But and, no flu shots or anything like that. I guess that's why. But she had nothing. She had nothing. We don't have narcotic painkillers in the house. We don't have. She had just, I don't know, man. There's no possibility. I mean, she doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, doesn't do anything like that. She's not going to overdose. There's absolutely nothing that's going to show up in that toxicology report. I was shocked to find out it's 2 to 3 months.
Oh, really?
I had no idea it was 2 to 3 months to get a toxicology report.
I think sometimes we've seen it as long as like 6 months, depending on. But it seems like it ranges.
And this is my first time experiencing this firsthand, so I just don't know. There's just a lot of new. I haven't done anything about her cell phone. Just make sure the kids have her photos and they have her phone. And I dropped into Verizon. They're like, "It's going to be an hour today. We won't be able to talk to you." And I was like, if I drop her plan, we come up paying the bills for the first time. She always did all that. So I'm trying to gather so many things.
Yeah.
But anyway, just learning I need a pending death certificate, or what have you, just for a cell phone. I had no idea, right? I mean, there's so many things, but
That makes sense.
yeah.
The chest pain previously when she was having that, any other symptoms?
It wasn't like something that I go, yeah, you're sick. I mean, we always have this sick, non-sick, and she's got chest pain, and so, what is the nature? Is it sharp? Is it dull? Is it heavy? Is it travel anywhere? And it's just like, no, it's just kind of like, worse when you take a deep breath, and there was nothing to lead me to feel like, yeah, I need to call 911 or, anything like that, but.
Do you know if did she ever follow up with like primary care or anything like that?
Nothing with that.
Okay.
No, it was intermittent, but there wasn't. But I'm reaching for things because she didn't have a medical history that was of concern.
And no epilepsy, no previous seizures.
No previous seizures, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some family history.
No. Her mom has had bouts with. Her mom's had a triple bypass in the last 2 years, but she's in her 70s. Her dad died of alcoholism. That's why she doesn't drink.
Okay.
Sure.
Had she ever drank in the past or smoked in the past?
Never smoked.
Okay.
No marijuana, no cigarettes, no recreational drugs of any kind. She would have like the Costco pre-done margarita, maybe one in the summer camping or something like that. But that was the extent of Marcy.
Few and far between.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess going real quick back to the Chinese restaurant, anything like out of the ordinary? Did she get what she normally gets?
Yeah, just some yakisoba noodles and some orange or lemon chicken.
Okay.
That sort of thing. And I just got a combo bite, whatever, you know. So,
And any like discomfort after eating or anything like, man, this food tastes off today, and nothing like that?
nothing like that. No.
Okay.
No.
And then how long was she throwing up that night?
It was only like one major episode that, I mean, I could hear her,
Okay.
you know, and so, yeah, it was just that one time. She said I asked, did you feel a pop in your head? You know, because people go, I feel a pop, it's the worst headache I've ever had. And you're thinking of brain bleeds or something like that. She didn't say anything like that. I could see her walk, she didn't have an unstable gait. No dizziness, no visual changes. It's like, got her in bed and she was tired, just wanted to go to bed. And I'm like, it was just kind of normal. I was like, well, I doubled up some garbage bags, set them on the floor.
Okay.
And I was just kind of ready, you know, but I wasn't ready.
Any other symptoms that she described having or feeling?
No.
Okay, just the headache and then obviously the vomiting.
Yeah.
If you had to guess, like roughly how long she had that vomiting episode?
A minute or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
And had she been sleeping before that, or was it just awake, have the headache?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
It wasn't a long period of time, so maybe she hadn't been sleeping, maybe she had, and I don't.
Okay. And then, would she normally take ibuprofen when she was sick?
Ibuprofen frequently.
Okay.
And Tylenol, aspirin. Not aspirin as much. We had aspirin because sick and Monopoly got it free, so it was whatever, you know. But she, her only fault was just drinking way too much Diet Coke.
Okay.
Like she was just a Coke fiend. My Coke fiend.
Any history or abnormalities with the throwing up, or was that more or less a one-off?
I don't understand. Sorry.
Like, was it a regular occurrence for her to vomit, or was that like very abnormal,
No,
unusual?
that was pretty abnormal.
Okay.
Yeah. There was no blood in the vomit, you know, like
Okay.
I was there quick enough that she wasn't, you know, I always ask the kids, like, don't flush, you know, whatever, it's just a thing, I guess, whatever.
Okay. And gross question, but was there anything like in the vomit that you did see? Was it just food? Was it?
Just digestive food, noodles.
Okay. And that was down in the bottom floor?
No, it was upstairs in this.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And then as far as sleeping, was it like a pretty regular time that you guys went to bed that night? Or was it?
Yeah, I turned 50, so going to bed at 9:30 is pretty normal.
Seems like having kids is like, I go to bed now at like 8 or 9. It's
know,
like
right?
I used to stay up late. Okay, so was that typical then? I might have missed that as far as like bedtime and routine and.
Yeah, you know, routine's totally changed since my daughter got out of high school. She was in dance, and so we were up late doing homework and things like that. But 9 to 10,
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty routine.
And then outside of coming down to get ibuprofen, did you realize or did she get out of bed any other times?
No.
Okay. And then I know this might be difficult. Are you able to talk us through kind of what happened or when it first happened?
Yeah. So my dog was whimpering, and I woke up and then realized she was having a seizure.
Okay.
I went around the bed. She was close to that end table to the right of the bed.
Okay.
I slid her down just a little bit, I rested her on my knee, and it helped her to the floor. I got her on her side, and then I ran around the bed, got my phone, called 911. She stopped seizing, and I was on the phone with dispatch. I had on speaker, the phone's right in front of me, and she wasn't breathing.
Okay.
So I started CPR. Did the CPR, and then I had to run down and unlock the door for the guys. I realized when I heard the sirens, I was like, and that's when it clicked with me that my door was locked.
Okay.
I did the compressions. We always do like continuous compressions. We never stop. Dispatch was like, you have to breathe for her, you know.
Okay.
I know countywide we do just compressions, right? But I was compliant with what they were saying.
Oh, okay.
I gave the breaths. I was following. They were helping me count. I was just following along. The guys came in and took over.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then as far as like symptoms of the seizure, are you able to describe like what she was experiencing?
She was very stiff and locked up.
Okay.
And so it wasn't like a clonic tonic type, like jerky.
Okay.
She was very stiff. She was rolled in like so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then do you remember where she was at as far as like positioning when you first woke up?
Yeah. So she was on her back near the edge of the bed.
Okay.
Near the we just had a table that was like really close, kind of at the height of the bed, and so she was just right there.
Okay. Like end table or?
It's just that table next to the bed, like an end table.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then was she under the sheets, on top of the sheets?
She was under the sheets in the comforter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then from there, move her to the floor. Anything unusual? You must have been on hundreds of cardiac arrests in your career. Anything like unusual or noteworthy from?
It was just how like confident you are when you have your equipment, you have everything, and when you have nothing, you might as well not even be a paramedic. Like I just, yeah, no, there's nothing. I mean, it's like I just checked her breathing, had my hand on her chest, and I just was verbalizing to dispatch what I had because I knew I needed another engine and a battalion chief,
Okay.
you know, and so I let them know what was happening so I get what we normally get in a response.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Did she or would she ever like previously get up in the middle of the night, or was she light sleeper, heavy sleeper?
she snored. She slept pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ever any issues or thoughts that she may have like sleep apnea or any things like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
And then, you guys both sleep in a master bedroom? Is that correct?
Not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha, and I think we reviewed the photos. Is she closer to the closet side then?
That's correct.
Okay. And then does the dog normally like sleep with you guys upstairs or somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since a puppy, she sleeps on the pillows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Her house, you're just living in it? Yeah.
It's insane.
Got 3 myself, so I know the feeling of losing your own space. But, okay. And then when you were moving her, are you able to describe that motion again from the
So-
bed to the floor?
Just to get her to the floor, I needed to clear that table, so I slid her down, and then I just rest her on my knee and eased her to the floor.
Okay.
And then got her over so I could get her on her side.
Into the, was it recovery position or
Yeah,
just?
just on her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess how long, was she still like that tensed up at that point?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, which actually made the lift a little easier.
Okay.
But
And then was the clothing that she was in, was that pretty normal? Or I guess we'll start with, do you remember what she was wearing?
I cut her Disney stuff off her, I believe.
Okay.
She was always like, she'd sleep in a sweatshirt, she'd sleep in t-shirts, she was always cold, you know.
So that was pretty normal as far as like typical clothing or what she would normally be wearing?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else?
Okay, I just want to ask a little more about her diet. Would it be a typical like breakfast or lunch?
She doesn't eat, like I would always eat the keto meat vegetables. That's just what I do. I'm sorry, I'm going off your question, but she loved pastas, she loves breads, lots of sweets, and I guess what I could tell you is that she's very picky about what she eats. No fish. No mayonnaise. Hamburgers are plain and dry. Like I could go anywhere and I could tell you what she orders, you know. So it's very plain Jane kind of stuff.
Okay.
Would she eat breakfast? Or was she like a coffee toast?
She never drank coffee.
Oh.
Right.
Tea?
No. Coke. Yeah. She was
Like
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi,
Breakfast.
yeah. So then it was just constant like, you know, they're really, what would she eat? I mean, like sandwich meat and 2 slices of bread.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, peanut butter on a spoon.
Okay.
Like, no, just like, I tell you, it's like, yeah, that was her.
Yeah. And then the other thing I want to ask about the scan.
Yeah.
I think that would be good for the ME's office to at least be able to take a look at it, even if there might not be anything on there, because there could be a clue for them on there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So if we can get a copy of that, that would probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
be helpful.
Yeah. I'd be happy to give that.
We can write
Okay.
info.
Yeah.
I can forward it to them.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the life scan was my way of getting her checked out. You know, it was nice because our Viva card to the firefighter trust, we could just pay that $650 or whatever, you know, that it costs, and it'd come off the deductible or the whatever we had in our, you know, account.
Yeah.
So that was just a convenient way. Dr. Hagan retired from Camas, and so we lost our primary, you know, and so it's kind of like Peace Health Clinic that used to be Lackman's Medical Group. That's where we would generally go.
Okay.
I mean, myself, I don't get sick. I never see a doctor. I'm not one to like point fingers or whatever, you know, but I'm not certain she went to a gynecologist. Like I had concerns, you know,
Yeah.
with complaints, any complaint that she would have. But yeah, life scan was pretty complete. They did ultrasound. I mean, like for us, it's testicles all the way up through your neck, and checking carotids and every organ and just all that. So, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'd be happy to get that to you.
Yeah. Couple other questions popped up over her life. You know, looking back, trying to figure out if there was anything more
Yeah.
outside of that chest pain. Any other like big medical stuff or conditions, complaints, anything like that?
No, I mean, she had a lot of dental bridging done, if that's even the right term.
Okay.
But 2 kids, no complications with the pregnancies. You know, I delivered Megan, my second.
Okay.
She's pretty awesome. But no, it's just a shock. I mean, there's just nothing. She just was healthy. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. You know, just she didn't exercise.
Okay.
We worked out a lot, but you know, I'll get older. I don't work out like I used to either. But yeah.
And then probably obvious, but just wanted to ask any big events recently, like no car crashes, falling, nothing, you know,
No.
outside of that.
No. There's like nothing.
Okay. Nothing that would have like
No.
trauma or
My car's
injuries.
been hit 3 times, including just the other day in the snowstorm. But it's parked out here. And the van ended up in my front yard after hitting the bumper. But yeah, no traffic accidents. No.
Okay.
No. I mean, there's literally like no history, like of trauma. Like our biggest medical history is dental and having 2 kids. You know,
Yeah.
sinus infections, getting COVID shot, doing. I got so sick from the first one, I didn't have the second one. You know, but I don't know. There's just nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember when she had that sinus infection? Was that more recent or was that?
No, she would just like, you know, it's either like, she didn't have seasonal allergies, but then she had, she would get colds maybe once a year. And, you know, she would develop a sinus infection or whatever, but this is like maybe last year.
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
So not
Not
recent.
recent,
Okay.
no.
And then did she have any other like allergies, food allergies, medication allergies? Nothing.
No.
Okay.
And I don't, yeah. It's funny, we look at family and it's like, I keep talking about myself, but yeah, it's like all the cancers on my side of the family, all the morphine family allergies. I've never had, you know, anything, but she doesn't have anything either.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think my last question, was she like typically a early riser or what time was she normally waking up?
I'd say early. I mean, well, early, 7,
Okay.
you know, probably.
Perfect. I don't think I have anything else. Well,
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much for your time. Sorry to bug you.